Thank you. Counting of ballots has I can tell you that for some of the positions and a lot of anxiety here. Everybody's quiet. The elections are very, and so as a very big candidate will win. With you inside the main conference of quietness. As I was sharing with you, the process is still ongoing. A lot of people are struggling to catch a glimpse at the counting process, and the objective of those who are at the front, raising their necks and trying to observe what is going on, is to at least look at the position of the thumb-printed ballot paper, and because for some of the positions there are only two candidates, if they notice that it's at the top, they can identify which candidate, and if it is at the bottom, they can conclude which candidate is receiving those number of ballots. But it's very difficult observing from the theming party delegates who have climbed tables, some on chairs, some hanging on any object that can raise their height, at least to be able to look at what is happening. But for most of you watching television, our cameras are doing some magic, so you can have an idea from what you are watching on your screens. But very soon, the place will be lit up with jubilation and surprise screams when people really can't believe what the delegates have done. So this is the last stage of what we have been here waiting for. They have voted, the ballots have been sorted, the counting is ongoing, and it's being done simultaneously, which means that as soon as all the figures are put together, the EC officials now will come forward to declare the results. After the declaration of the results, according to the organizers, the victors will be given the opportunity to make brief statements. After those brief statements, I'm sure the local organizing committee or those who are in charge of this election will wrap up, and then we speak to a few people for their reactions, and we also call it a day. So stay with us. There's a lot we are going to share with you here. My colleague Randy is also standing at a different location here in the conference room, and so Randy will also tell you what he's observing so far. Randy, take it over from me.
All right, so thank you so much, my senior colleague Eric Anyanyo. Of course, the tension here in the main auditorium seems so high, most especially with regards to the aspirants or the candidates themselves here. I mean, from the look of things, they look quite tense. But of course, the collation or the counting has begun. We're still trying so hard to get the exact ones that are being counted so far, and then we can update our viewers on that particular one. But the delegates are also in high anticipation for the results as far as the elections are concerned. But mind you, we have two main contests that took place today as far as this election is concerned. We had one for the women's wing, that's for the women organizer, as well as her deputies. So you can hear some cheers. I don't really know what exactly these delegates have seen. But of course, we'll try and get a bit closer and tell you more. We'll get you the gist. So you can hear shout of Pablo being mentioned, the name Pablo being mentioned. You can hear from the background Pablo's name is being mentioned. Chants of Pablo is here. It's really sounding so here in the auditorium. What does that mean? We'll still wait on the stage to officially declare. Whilst we also try as much as possible to get the direct figures from the EC as well.
So thank you very much, Randy. From where I am, I can tell you that it appears the youth wing of the party are very much interested in who will become their leader. And so I see red berets and green and white and of course red caps. I've told you earlier, those in red berets appear to be reflecting the image of the candidate of their choice, that is Broja Jemfi, and those who are in red, green, white or whatever caps are also here, and from their actions and of course from the inscriptions on the caps they are wearing, look as if they are delegates who openly support George Opariado. And many of them at this stage are waiting. They are getting signals from the days, and we don't know who is winning, but it looks like they are getting signals, conflicting signals. Once a while you see Pablo supporters screaming, once a while you see the other side, Broja supporters trying to jubilate, but we don't know who is actually winning. But the excitement in the conference hall is building up. It's gradually building up, and we don't know. Normally, that's what happens. And so you can hear the noise at the background. You can hear the noise at the background that a lot of people are waiting to see who will be declared winner of this election. I'm hearing Pablo, but others are telling them that it is too early. It could be too close to call. They may be giving them false hope, or indeed taking the lead. That is the scene here. And so we are waiting. Both sides are screaming. Both sides are screaming. I'm talking about the youth organizer of the NDC. I see supporters of Broja Jemfi screaming. I see supporters of how do you call it? Pablo also making noise. So that's the noise. Listen to the ambience here. So that is the atmosphere here. It is gradually charging. And as we told you a few minutes ago, that once the ballot papers are being counted, the agents will be giving signals to delegates or people who can catch their eye. Sometimes they sneak information out to suggest that they are winning. Randy, it sounds interesting, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, so from the background and getting closer to a few of the people who keep shouting Pablo, they tell me they were a bit closer to the main, where the perimeter is, and from what they can see, it signifies Pablo might be in the lead. But we tried getting into it, but I mean the officials wouldn't allow us to get closer to where the counting is ongoing. But generally, the atmosphere here seems to mean that Pablo could be in the lead as far as this election is concerned. And that's the chants, that's the cheers, the songs that we keep hearing from all these delegates gathered here.
Normally, this is what happens. Maybe they've counted somebody's ballot papers, and the person is recording a certain number of votes that may be translated into the larger percentage as far as the totals are concerned. But at this stage, you see one group celebrating, and Randy is trying to get closer and pick the noise and what is happening in the hall. But as we speak, the podium is very quiet. Security men are alert, sorting and counting, still ongoing, and very soon the picture will become very clear as to who has won the elections. This is TVXYZ, this is Wezo TV, and of course we are bringing this you live from Wezo TV's platforms here at the University of Cape Coast main auditorium at the new site where the elections are taking place.
All right, so I went a bit closer to another group of people who keep shouting Ayariga, Ayariga. So Osman Ayariga, who also contested as one of the deputy aspirants, he, according to the chairs,
so at the moment
that
Osman Beba, so it looks like it's becoming interesting.
Exactly.
So they may be wearing Pablo hats, or they may be wearing what reflects Broja Demfi, but all of them have interest, isn't it? Let's listen to the sound at the background.
So the tears seem so loud, but it looks like we are a bit torn between two.
We are being misled, so let us even stop
because the initial stages, it was Pablo.
Their psychological means they adopt
to this particular thing.
It so happens. Yeah. So let us not even follow them.
A different group is also
yes,
here.
Another group is warming up, and that is the excitement. But we can tell you on authority that the conference room looks very, very peaceful. Don't forget that various people are contesting various positions, and so you may see somebody jubilating, but because we have not heard an official declaration from the Electoral Commission, it would appear as if some people are jubilating, but we don't know which of the ballot papers or the positions that the agents may want to signal their members or their supporters that we are in the lead or we are not doing badly. So we'll just keep quiet briefly so that you observe proceedings here from the conference room. And after a while, when we try to pick information closer to the podium, we'll come back to you. So keep watching Wezo TV. seen a lot of people going around Osman Ayariga. I don't know what it means, but he's full of smiles. But he himself is also not sure of what is happening. And I see a lot of people going around him, and it's a jubilation of. I've seen him just waving at anybody. Anybody he sees, he's waving at the person. But we cannot tell you anything on authority at this moment.
Too much tension, Eric. I mean, the initial people who were screaming, shouting, all of a sudden have gone quiet.
Yes.
Then a different group with the Ayariga t-shirt, they continue. Then they are on the low key now. A different level is also coming in now. Now, you told me earlier that Roja has his people with the red beret on. Now, this level towards behind us, they look as if they are the people in the red beret, which signifies, if we should go by that notion that he has his people with the red beret, they are also celebrating. So the whole thing looks quite interesting here in the auditorium.
Yeah, so I can tell you that Osman Ayariga, if our cameras will help us, Osman Ayariga is being hugged, is so happy. And so let me see if I can speak to Osman Ayariga briefly. Mr. Ayariga, the results have not been.
Well, I got information that they're comfortable with.
Say comfortable with.
The official declaration.
So I just spoke briefly to.
That's Osman.
I just spoke briefly to Osman Ayariga, who says the result has been declared. He's convinced that he has won and is going to be one of the deputy youth organizers, national youth organizers. While we are waiting for the electoral committee, what is going through you now as we speak, as your supporters continue to give you a smile?
Earlier in the afternoon, one journalist asked me that there's this popular phrase that fear delegates, and I told them that that statement was made by an MPP person, so we have to fear MPP delegates. But under the NDC, we have very honest delegates who reward hard work, who reward competence, who reward integrity. So I'm not surprised that the NDC has worked hard work. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Because we don't have the official result from it, and keep smiling, but don't be So that was Osman Ayariga and his team. They are walking away. Others are waiting to hear their verdict. Lots of movement in the conference room here, and just like us who are here to observe and report, we are equally very anxious and waiting to see what will be happening. You went out. What did you observe?
I went closer to another angle. If the camera can get closer to that area, where I saw people clamored in Dr. Louisa Hannah Bisu's shirt. And when I inquired from a few of them who were shouting and cheering, they said Hannah is in a comfortable league.
Well, so at this stage, I can tell you that it's still uncertainty.
Yeah.
People are just screaming, and all of a sudden they all keep quiet. It appears it's a psychological strategy they have adopted just to lift the spirits of colleagues, to make it look like everything is okay. And so maybe we may not follow them too much. Yes, when they are doing their own things, we'll try to capture and hear them. But we can say the official results will be declared by the Electoral Commission. Is there any scene around again?
Well, I think towards the far end of the auditorium, another group of people still in a jubilant mood, Eric.
Right, so we'll leave it there, and then I can tell you that Ways of TV will continue to be with you from this stage till the EC declares the result, and those who won will give formal comment or address to delegates. And so just relax, don't shut down your TV sets, don't blink your eye, because the scenes from the conference room will continue to excite you. There'll be surprises, emotional reactions, and so on and so forth. So just relax, and we are around, and we'll be hearing that soon. We hear Broja Jeffy's team also shouting. So it's like a cat and mouse game, isn't it?
I tell you for a fact, this is a cat race.
I can't stand it. I am not a candidate.
I can just imagine what's going through the mind of the various candidates.
And this is the stage where the medical team
is needed. So I think the guys on the stage keep giving some signals to the people. But you see, this is what happens when you want to play the double-edged sword. You pick from here, pick from here. Because what I gathered from the grounds with regards to Broja and Pablo, Greater Accra was actually buying for Broja. When I came in earlier, I saw the Greater Accra people who were wearing the green shirts shouting Pablo, Pablo, Pablo. So the question now remains, what really went into it? What happened? Is there a change? Or what will be the outcome of this whole thing? So we'll still wait and see and get the authentic result from the official electoral commission, so they can give us the official results.
Yes, so we'll be waiting for the electoral commission. I can tell you that I've seen one of the female candidates who is also jubilating. Apparently they are finished counting the ballot on their side. They may know who is leading. This is the live coverage of NDC's Youth and Women's Conference. They have just elected their women leaders and youth leaders. At this moment, the ballot papers have been sorted and counted. At this moment, some of the results have been known, but not officially declared. And so we can only wait for the electoral commission. We can also tell you that we are not taking the reaction of people who are observing to reflect what we think the EC officials and the agents know. We can only assume that there are signals that their candidates are doing well. And so we'll keep waiting till the last ballot is counted.
just try and speak to us. Well, so I am currently standing with Madam Felicia Jifa Tega. Well, from all indications, she's looking cheerful. I'm going to find out from her what really these smiles mean to her. Exactly. All right, you say you want to walk towards this direction. Let's keep walking whilst we have a beautiful conversation.
Madam,
I really appreciate that. If you can just join us whilst we walk. Now you can tell me why you look so cheerful, why you are all gloomy and smiling. Tell me, what is it? What did you hear? What have you seen?
My boy is down. My boy is and I'm grateful because I'm so much happy that after election, no campaign.
The EC hasn't declared. What makes you believe that you have won your position?
So, as I said, conflicting reactions, uncertainties, everybody is jubilating here. And we can continue to wait
congratulations
to see who will be officially
but before you take leave of us, what do you really make of this particular election process? Was it a tougher one for you?
Youth and Women's Conference. Wisdom, Hedejome, is it? Wisdom, what have you also been observing?
How did it come? Where from
I
the
think
support?
it's been a very fruitful program so far. Now,
But let's know, your followers are looking at you. They are watching you. How did it happen?
the support from places I never expected to come from. Different places I never expected support to come from. That is where it came from.
Indeed, if the EC should declare you officially, what will be your message to the other candidates that contested the same slot?
We just need two people. They can make it